Welcome to Beyond the Velvet Rope, where ambition meets access. I'm your host, Neil Oates Jr., best-selling author, keynote speaker, and executive business growth coach. If you're a service-based entrepreneur, executive, or minority business owner who's ready to attract affluent clients, elevate your positioning, and turn your authority into affluence, you're in the right place. Each episode, we break down how affluent people think, decide, and buy. And we give you the strategies, stories, and systems that move you from general admission to VIP in your market. For links to my book, my website, and other resources mentioned in this episode, be sure to check the show notes. Now, let's step beyond the velvet rope. Excellence is the price of entry into affluence. Excellence is one of the most powerful differentiators in life. Not your connections, not your credentials, not even your experience. Excellence. Because excellence communicates something about you before you ever say a word. It is a silent language of leadership, credibility, and affluence. People make judgments about your capacity based on the consistency of your excellence. Opportunities open or closed based on your relationship with excellence. Your reputation elevates or erodes based on how seriously you take excellence. Excellence is a standard, not an event. It is a discipline, not a moment. It is an identity, not an act. When you choose excellence everywhere, you separate yourself from 99% of people instantly. Not because you're perfect, but because you're predictable in your performance. And predictability is a rare currency. Let's break down the depth of this principle. Here's why excellence is critical for affluent leaders. Excellence matters because it communicates something money cannot buy: trust. You cannot scale without trust. You cannot lead without trust. You cannot influence without trust. You cannot earn at a high level without trust. Excellence builds that trust. Consider how many opportunities you've received simply because someone trusted your standards, or how many you lost because someone wasn't convinced you deliver consistently. The affluent operate on reputation. Reputation is shaped by standards. Standards create excellence, and excellence determines your trajectory. High-value individuals, affluent clients, executives, partners, they all look for the same thing: consistency, quality, composure, competency, character. That's excellence. Here's why excellence is a leadership identity. Excellence is not a skill. It is an identity. It's the quiet declaration that says, I take pride in how I show up. I take pride in who I am. And I take pride in the work that represents me. When excellence becomes your identity, you stop cutting corners. You stop lowering your standards to fit environments. You stop doing things halfway. You stop treating your potential casually. You stop making emotional decisions that compromise your integrity. You begin to operate from purpose and discipline, not convenience. This shift in identity transforms your presence. People feel when you expect more from yourself than life expects from you. That's excellence. Let's look at the 3 dimensions of excellence. 1, excellence in execution. This is how you perform when it matters, and more importantly, when it doesn't. It shows up in your preparation, communication, consistency, punctuality, craftsmanship, follow through, attention to detail. The difference between a good professional and an affluent leader is not talent, it's execution. Excellence in execution says, I can be trusted with the opportunity. I can be trusted with the client. I can be trusted with the moment. Number 2, excellence in character. This is who you are when the pressure rises. It shows up in emotional control, integrity, honesty, accountability, humility, respect, empathy. Character is excellence in private. People may not see how you treat the janitor or the waitress or your family, but the energy follows you into rooms. Excellence in character builds that reputation that outlives circumstance. And number 3, excellence in environment. Your environment influences your standards more than motivation ever will. If your environment is cluttered, chaotic, negative, or inconsistent, your performance will match it. If your environment is refined, disciplined, orderly, and intentional, your performance rises automatically. Excellence in environment means your workplace supports focus, your relationships support growth, your routines support clarity, your surroundings elevate your identity. Environment is the silent coach in your life. Here's what it actually means to excel everywhere. Excel everywhere means you bring the same standard to every domain that reflects your name. Your business relationships, your family relationships, your personal habits, your communication, your financial discipline, your service to others, your leadership, your personal presentation, your spiritual alignment, your boundaries and decisions. Because here's the truth: discipline in one area cannot compensate for dysfunction in another. Excellence is holistic. You cannot be elite professionally and careless personally. Eventually, one side will betray the other. Excellence everywhere is about integration, becoming the same person in all environments. No versions, no mask, no compartments. A unified, strong, consistent identity. Excellence breaks down in 5 primary places. 1. Exhaustion. When you operate without margin, your standards collapse. The affluent protect their energy because excellence demands it. 2. Emotion. Unchecked emotions will eventually hijack your excellence. You cannot lead consistently if you are led by your feelings. 3. Entitlement. The moment you believe you've made it, excellence leaves. Confidence becomes complacency. Complacency becomes decline. 4. Ego. Ego hates accountability, feedback, and correction. Excellence requires all 3. And number 5, environments. If you're surrounded by people who tolerate mediocrity, it becomes normalized. If excellence is not expected around you, it will not be maintained within you. Excellence doesn't disappear instantly. It erodes gradually. Let's see how affluent leaders maintain a culture of excellence. They build systems that protect their standards. Systems create consistency. Consistency creates excellence. Excellence creates affluence. They simplify their lives. Excellence thrives in clarity, not clutter. The affluent remove distractions that dilute their focus. They embrace accountability. The strongest leaders seek feedback, not compliments. They want refinement, not validation. They prepare continuously. Preparation is excellence before performance. You cannot be excellent on demand. You must be excellent by design. They live intentionally. Every choice is aligned with their identity and their goals. They do nothing casually. They hold themselves to a higher standard than the world holds them. This is the difference between being impressive and being impactful. Excellence is internal, not external. Here are some indicators you're being called to a higher standard. You're being called to elevate your standard when you feel unfulfilled despite achieving success. You sense potential you haven't activated. You know you're coasting. You produce inconsistently. Your environment feels misaligned with your goals. You're tolerating behaviors that contradict your values. You feel a pull towards structure, discipline, and refinement. These signals aren't pressure. They're invitations. Your future is calling you higher. Excellence everywhere is the difference between being available and being sought after, being considered and being chosen, being talented and being trusted, being respected and being revered. The affluent attract opportunity because excellence precedes them. Their reputation walks into the room first. Excellence is how you become undeniable. Excellence is how you become unforgettable. Excellence is how you become irreplaceable. When you commit to excellence everywhere, life begins responding to you differently. People treat you differently. Doors open differently, and opportunities approach differently. Affluence follows naturally. Excellence is the energy that elevates everything it touches. If you're ready to embrace a life of affluence, start by elevating your standard. Excellence everywhere must become your identity, not your occasional behavior. Inside the Affluent Negroes, you'll find exercises and frameworks that reveal where excellence has slipped and how to rebuild a standard worthy of your next level. And if you're ready for coaching that strengthens your discipline, elevates your execution, and aligns your identity with your ambition, schedule a strategy discovery session. Because excellence is not something you do to reach affluence. Excellence is who you must become to sustain it. You're not chasing success. You're becoming the person excellence requires. And once you do that, affluence becomes inevitable. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next. But remember that I love you, God loves you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And until the next time I see you, or you see me, don't be average, be world-renowned. Peace. Thank you for listening to Beyond the Velvet Rope. I appreciate you investing your time, your attention, and your energy into leveling up your life and business. If today's episode helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and make sure you follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode. For more tools on how to help you attract elite clients and build a business that belongs on the other side of the velvet rope, check out the show notes. You'll find my book, my website, and additional resources to go even deeper on this journey. Remember, I love you, God loves you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And until the next time I see you, or you see me, don't be average, be world-renowned. Peace.